Hey, how's it going? How you doing? I know, look a little bit different in this video. I've been doing videos back to back to back. Obviously, when you're watching them, they probably weren't uploaded back to back to back. And if you watch any of the previous 5 or 6 videos, you know the issues I've been having. But the fact is, at this time, if you're watching this, you're watching it. But I filmed it at the same time other videos. Had to take off my hat. I'm starting to get a little warm. What I'm here to do, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to open up one of these, one of 2 boxes I got from Mystery Grail. This is called the Scratch and Dent Mystery Grail box. So obviously that means some of these boxes may have some damage. I don't remember exactly what they said, like how severe, I guess you could say, the damage might be. Although what I found more often than not with a lot of damaged mystery boxes or scratch and dent mystery boxes is a lot of times the damage is very minimal. Sometimes to just a normal collector, the damage might be so minimal that they wouldn't even consider it like really taking away from it. But there have been times. There was one time I bought a mystery box from, who did I buy it? This was a couple years ago. I don't remember what company I bought it from, but it was, listed as a damaged mystery box. And like 2 of the boxes were just completely mangled. But they said that up front. I knew what I was buying. I knew that possibility was there. But the thing is, you're getting them at a really good price, and there's a chance you might pull out one that's essentially a grail, but it was put into this particular box run because it had a little bit of damage on it. And depending on what the grail is or what even if it's not a grail, if it's one that a lot of people are looking for, they might not really care about the damage if they're looking for that one for their own particular collection, especially if there's somebody that does a lot of out-of-box displays with their Funko Pops. They might still give you a pretty good top dollar as far as its value, even if there's some damage. So it's a good way to get Pops at a lower price, but you do take the risk that some might have some damage. Here we go. Let me move my phone out of the way. And we will see what we got here. Obviously, we'll look at them, and then I'll very carefully look at each side to see how the damage is. First one we have is Night Lights from How to Train Your Dragon. Right on the front, it's got a little bit of a crease here. Might be able to actually mold that out just a little bit, flatten it out a little bit. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a crease on the front. That side looks pretty good. Top looks good. The back looks good. That side looks good. The bottom, this corner, a little wrinkled. So I would put it at about maybe a 7, 7.5. How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. I don't think I have seen any of those movies. Number 2, we have got Lance Bass from NSYNC. Right in the front, got one very minuscule little dimple right there. outside of that, nothing. So I would put that easily at like an 8, 8.5. Possibly even up to 9. Because like when I sell this, I'll put it in a protector, and if somebody, collector, that actually collects these pops, it's a Pop Rocks. I was never into NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or any of those pop band. I didn't really get into a lot of pop music. Honestly, I was more like classic rock and metal, some country. Jimmy Buffett, some rap, and that was or even classical. I mean, I'll occasionally sit back and just put on classical music and listen to it because, I mean, the texture and if you've never done that, do yourself a favor. Sometimes just get some classical music and just sit back, close your eyes, and play and just listen to all the different instruments that come through, how easily the tempo changes, and a lot of classical music actually kind of tells a story in the music, and almost every other music has some ties back into classical music. But anyway, last pass, minimal damage. Yeah, like I said, once it's in a pop protector, you wouldn't even notice that little dimple. It's literally like minuscule. Moving on to number 3. Oh, we got a Star Wars. What do we got? We got the Imperial Death Trooper from Rogue One. I don't know whether I have this one. If I don't have this one, I'll be keeping it. It does have some on the side window. It does have some like scratching and abrasive. Looks like it was probably up against something else. Other than that, it looks fine. If I don't have this one, I'll definitely be keeping it though, because I do love Star Wars. Number 4. We've got the Ancient One from Doctor Strange. Alright, front of the box, one little minor crease there. It's got a slight concave right here on the back a little bit. That corner is a little, got a minuscule little rip on it. Overall not bad. I'll probably keep this one. It is Marvel. I know I don't have, almost positive I don't have this one. Number 5. We've got, I just pulled this one out of a mystery box. Yeah, this exact one. I think it was coming in at like $12 or something like that. You actually pulled it out of, yeah, I'm pretty sure I pulled it out of one of the 5x5 Mystery Grail boxes I opened. It does have a little bit of like shelf wear here on the screen. That might actually come off or clean up with like an alcohol pad, which is also, I think I need to get more alcohol pads too. You can never go wrong having alcohol pads in your domicile, in your house somewhere, because you never know when you might need them to disinfect something or what have you. Alright, and the last one in this one is a Cartman from South Park. Ooh, the front of that is very, you can't see it very well on camera, but it has got a lot of, it's not really scratches, it almost looks like dust that's just like caked on there. I mean, it's got some mild, like I want to say like shelf wear. Let's have a minor little Can't really see it. Oh, there you can kind of see it. See that? Looks like where something just kind of etched in it ever so slightly. Overall, it's still not in bad shape. I will definitely see if I can clean the window up a little bit. It does have a secondary barcode on the bottom of it. Not sure what store that's from. I mean, it's not an exclusive, so I might actually, I don't know whether that's something, I might be able to, you know, the great thing about these boxes being made the way they do, and they're so glossy, is that, you know, when you have something like this happen, where some store, especially if it's not an exclusive, and it's not one of the main stores that normally put their own barcodes over the barcode, so like Hot Topic or Box Lunch. But, you know, sometimes these will show up in like Family Dollar or something like that, and they print out their own barcodes for their own inventory purposes, and then they just stick them on here willy-nilly on the bottom. Since it's not exclusive, if that will come off easy and clean up, it's not going to detract from the value at all. Well, Cartman, I think I actually had this exact pop at one time, but I think I've sold it. I think most of my South Park pops that I had in inventory did sell. We've got the old, well, not really old, compared to the ones that I scratched off in the 5x5 boxes. We've got that one should have tokens, and then this one. So let's do those real quick. I should have enough of with these Grail games that I can maybe go on and get play one of the virtual boxes. That one had 100 tokens. I've never gotten an instant winner on this Mystery Grail thing. I know you can like instant win like pop protectors or at 200 tokens. So we'll put these over in a pile with all the other stuff I need to enter. Let's look at some value, shall we? Again, I'll have to take off a little bit over what the current value is. You know, take off a little bit for damage. Of course, I normally list these pops, depending on the pop, but most of the pops, when I list them, I do list them a little bit under what their trending value is. Alright. Alright. Cartman is coming in at $23. So if that window cleans up really good, it just has that one little mark on the side. I mean, I would say probably maybe like 18, somewhere in there. But we'll go with just full value. Let's see what it was. So that was 23, and I'm trying to remember. Oh, this it's got an inboard. Well, I think it's a. Yeah, it's just a packing slip. They don't actually say what I paid for these. So let me look that up real quick so we know what I paid for this particular box. $64, or wait, no, that was for 2. So 32. I paid $32 per box. So this one, again, not taking off for damage, 23. So it's a good start. And what I'll probably do is once we add it all up, I'll deduct like, you know, a certain percentage to take off for damage, and then we'll compare that to what I paid for. Alright, what did my Hobby DB disappeared there for a second. Alright, we've got the, I'm pretty sure this is $12. The Enogen. Oh, $13. That's close. Alright, 13. Alright, Dr. Strange, or the ancient one from Doctor Strange. It's $11, which I will be keeping that one. Lance Bass from NSYNC, $10. Guess people aren't really into getting the. So I mean, these would be good if you had like the full set and you went to one of their concerts and was able to meet them and get them to sign them. I mean, that'd be pretty cool if you're a big fan of them. Aren't they? Is it them or is it Backstreet Boys? I saw like one of the two have gotten back together and they're going to be touring this year. I don't remember which one it was. Whoa. Tumble. Another one I'm probably keeping though. So the Imperial Death Trooper, $10. I may have that one, but I don't know for sure. And then the last one in this box is coming in at $10. So again, not taken off for damage right offhand. Overall, the damage was minimal on all of them. The windows on the two might be able to cleaned up a little bit. But we've got, let's see, 23, it's 36, 47, 57, 67, so $77. 77 times, say, 0.15, that's 11, we'll just say 12. So 77 minus 12, and we get $65, which is what I say I paid. I paid 64. So even taking 15% off for damage, 64 or $65. Of course, two of the pops I might be keeping. So if I'm lucky, I might be able to get back maybe half what I paid for the box. So can't complain. Like I said, this is a good way to get pops at a decent price. Again, I paid 64. So I paid basically $10.67 per pop. Now, obviously, the ones that are only coming at $10, at the end of the day, those are the ones I'll be losing money on. But that's the name of the game with mystery boxes. You win some, you lose some. Part of it, though, is just the fun of the mystery. Outside of the Star Wars and the Ancient one, all these other ones will be listed. Again, most likely in my Whatnot as Buy It Now pops. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you go over and check out MysteryGrail.com, thegrailgame.com, and of course $7 a pop for all your Pop Shield and your Funko Pop needs. Check out my The Old Treasure Isle page on Facebook, Macari, Poshmark, Whatnot. And outside of that, hey, look out for yourself and everyone around you, so we all have a much better chance of staying safe and healthy. The next video will be I'll probably do the second box of the Book of Boba Fett trading cards. See if we can pull something good out of those. So make sure you're subscribed so you'll know when that video eventually pops up for your viewing pleasure. See ya.